If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 62 of the Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 15. We're still trying to work out a deal with Bayern Munich to bring Arjen Robben back to Stamford Bridge. Of course, we're looking to bring in one marquee signing in this window to kind of mark the return to Chelsea for this series. Tried to bring in Bale, but unfortunately weren't able to get a deal, so we're having a look at Ronaldo as well. And Luis Suarez is also on the list. One of those three, hopefully, will be joining us in today's episode. Obviously, Hulk, we've had an offer here from Bayern, but I'm trying to use him as make weight in the Robben deal. So I'm not really too sure why they've offered for him outright, unless they're expecting to reject my offer for Arjen Robben, which is quite strange. But as you can see, we get a massive bid in here, £47 million for Thibaut Courtois. But he's definitely not going anywhere. There aren't many goalkeepers left in world football, at least on FIFA, that are better than Thibaut Courtois. And there doesn't really seem to be any point in accepting that offer. I'd only have to go after someone like Manuel Neuer and spend about the same, if not even more, to try and get a new goalkeeper in. So there's not really much point in that. But we have had the £32 million plus Hulk deal accepted for Arjen Robben by Bayern München. So, Arjen Robben looks like he might be coming into the team. And potentially leaving the team could be Lurk Remy. As you saw there, I decided to stall on the initial bid because 19 million for Lurk Remy, I wasn't really too sure whether I want to get rid of him yet or not, because obviously we've got Diego Costa as our number one striker, and Lurk Remy is my 84 rated rotation. He has grown quite a lot since the start of this career mode and has scored quite a few goals for us as well, so I am in two minds about him. But first of all, we have to address some Barclays Premier League action. The first game of the season, at home against West Bromwich Albion, starting a very strong side, as you might expect, for the first game at home. They're playing a decent side actually. They've got Victor Anichebe up top. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 similar to myself, with Craig Gardner and Yusuf Malumbu holding. Graham Dorrans, Chris Brunt and Blanco in the midfield for them. Not really too sure what to expect from West Brom. This side can either be an extremely good and difficult side to play against, or they fall apart. But we're going to have the first chance after 4 minutes, and in fact, just about score the first goal after 4 minutes as well. Oscar just holding off the defender there to sweep home the rebound after Ben Foster made a good save from Eden Hazard's opening effort. They, though, a couple of minutes later, are going to strike the bar and come close to an equaliser. Fortunately, Matic is able to get this one away. So they look like they're going to be the West Brom side that turn up and actually play very well and give you quite a few problems in this particular occasion. Pocognoli's going to stand this ball up into the box. There's Blanco at the near post, beats the defender to it, and we have ourselves a 1-1 scoreline. 15 minutes into the game, quite a good start to the Barclays Premier League season. Quite an entertaining start, at least for those in the ground. Not too entertaining for me. Wasn't too keen on on conceding so early on in my Barclays Premier League season after returning here back to Chelsea. But if we can get a win, of course, we'll try and get a win from our first game back. Really nice link-up play here. Oscar, though, unfortunately not able to get his second goal of the game, and finds himself getting thrown to the floor a little bit later on. But Antoine Griezmann is just hounding their back line and does eventually have that effort rewarded by getting the ball back. Feeds Diego Costa, really nice step over and turn inside there, and decent finesse finish. Restores our lead in this one 5 minutes before half time. Chelsea 2, West Bromwich Albion 1. So into the second half we go, and they're coming forward again looking for an equaliser. They've already gotten one, so at least they know they can score against me. And they're trying to get themselves a second. Worked really nicely back to Blanco here, but a top block from Danny Carvajal, throwing himself in front of it to stop them from getting a second equaliser in the game. A couple of people throwing arms around in disgust at some of the defending that was going on in front of them. Danny Carvajal involved again this time at the other end of the pitch into Oscar. Really nice first touch there actually to set it in front of himself, but unlucky not to find that bottom corner. Still looking for his second goal of the game, but we didn't need another goal because we are going to get a 2-1 victory from our first game back at Stamford Bridge in the Barclays Premier League. So our Premier League defence starts with 3 points. Of course, we won the league last season out, and contract offer has been accepted by Arjen Robben. £32 million plus Hulk, and he's on 300 grand a week. Perfectly fine with me. Arjen Robben returns to Stamford Bridge after almost a decade away. We do now have to deal, though, with this bid from Monaco for Lurk Remy. I wasn't too keen on letting him go, so I just thought, well, you know what? do I stall it? Do I counter it? Do I stall it? Do I counter it? And then I went back in and did counter it. I thought, well, let's throw in a bid of like 35 million, or 38 million, sorry, which is twice what he's worth, and just see what happens. Actually, they came back with a bid for 36. I wasn't expecting that, so I actually accepted it. You can see the board reckon he's worth between 26 and 33 at most, and Monaco have offered me 36. See you, Loic. We're going to bring in a replacement if we possibly can. We're not going to get the chance to bring in a replacement just yet, though, because we have the second game of the Barclays Premier League season away from home against local rivals Fulham. Or they're not really rivals, they're more just, local neighbours Fulham. Not really going to cause us too many problems because they're not the best of sides. But Stekelenburg in goal, or Stekelenburg, never really too sure how to pronounce that. They're playing a 4-4-2 with Hugo Rodallega and Trotter up top. Kevin Nolan in the midfield at Fulham now, rather than West Ham, having moved around London from east to west, but hopefully we'll be able to get a decent result. Kevin Trapp starting in goal, and rather frustratingly, we changed the number 20 from Junior Malanda to retire it, and then as Kevin Trapp has come in, and it's given him the number 20 shirt, so I wasn't aware of that until I lined up for this game, so afterwards I am going to go back in, change his number, and continue to retire the number 20 number for Junior Malanda. But Ian Robin has the first chance, goes on a really nice run. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come from him. A lovely Maradona turn, great dribbling feet, smashes it towards the near post. Unfortunately though, not able to get his goal on his debut after 5 minutes. But Diego Costa's play through here. There is a man in the middle if he wants to use him, but he's not going to need to, dribbling around the defender. But a good save by the Dutch goalkeeper, and Fulham live to fight another day defensively. But we're still on the attack. Ian Robin again completely ripping their defence apart. Nice little Ronaldo top inside as well. Thought about having the shot, decided against it. Laid it off to Cesc, whose shot again is well blocked by the defender. So Fulham really on the back foot here. Then they get a free kick on the edge of the box. In first half stoppage time, Rodallega dummies it, then the pass from Kacaniklic across to Kevin Nolan, I think it was, that struck it. A good save though by Kevin Trapp, and that actually brought the half-time whistle as the ball went out for a throw in there. So into the second period we go. Ian Robin again heavily involved, and again really showing some good moves. Stands the ball up into the box. Ashley Posher with the header, but I can't find the back of the net. Really struggling to break Fulham down here. We're having plenty of chances, I just can't find the way through. So they replace Kevin Nolan with Scott Parker, ageing central midfielder for ageing central midfielder. And then I brought on Ross Barkley and Kurt Zuma for Ashley Posher and Cesc Fabregas. Zuma playing at CDM in this one. And Ross Barkley coming on at cam for Ashley Posher, hoping that he can have an impact on the game. Ramirez involved here to set through Ross Barkley. Nice feet from him, gets past the defender, shot on his left foot. Really should get that on target though. Disappointed that he didn't, and I was worried that it was going to cost us. But literally just a couple of minutes later, Diego Costa into Kurt Zuma, down the line to Ian Robin. Overlapping run from Danny Carvajal. He's going to get the cross in. Steps inside nicely. Here does come the cross. Eventually, after a little bit of luck, after the ball deflecting back off the defender, up goes Ross Barkley. He does have the impact off the bench that we were after. A 1-0 lead in the 72nd minute, and eventually a 1-0 win as well. Harder game than I was anticipating away from home against Fulham, but we do get the 3 points regardless, so I can't really complain too much. Pleased to have got 6 points from 6 so far in our Barclays Premier League defence season. And as you saw, Loic Remy has gone to Monaco. So we now have a massive transfer budget again. Going to be, like I say, changing the number here. Accidentally give Kevin Trapp Nemanja Matic's number. So I then went round and replaced Matic at 21 and gave Kevin Trapp another number as well. But we're looking obviously now to replace Loic Remy. Or I could use Antoine Griezmann as a striker and bring in another winger. That's just something that's going through my mind, but at present we're looking at Luis Suarez, also looking at Karim Benzema. Obviously it's a bit of a scripted transfer, Benzema to Chelsea, when you're playing as a team that isn't Chelsea, but in this series could be quite a good move. Looking to use Felipe Luis as make-weight here to try and bring him in. He's yet to sign a long-term deal with Bayern, which is randomly where he's at. Also, seeing that Benzema was at Bayern made me think, well, maybe we could get Robert Lewandowski instead. If they've already got Karim Benzema to be their number one striker, if we sign Robert, then maybe we could get Lewandowski and Ian Robin. Still trying to work out a deal with Benzema. I'll keep up trying to get both of them, as you can see, having to go in with backup offers again, considering they weren't keen on the first offers that we gave them. But they are going to accept the 2 offers that we made. So we are going to be able to offer a contract to Robert Lewandowski and to Karim Benzema. I'm going to try and get him to sign an important first-team player contract. Really don't think they will, but it's worth a try just to try and keep the morale up, because obviously they'll be rotating with Diego Costa. But Karim Benzema or Robert Lewandowski will be joining us over the next episode or two. I haven't yet recorded the next episode as I record the commentary, so it's unsure as to who's going to come in as a second striker. Hopefully Robert Lewandowski, but if he won't sign, then I'll definitely go out and get Karim Benzema. So we will be getting a really strong strike force here at Chelsea. As you can see, a few players still growing already at the beginning of this second season. And as always, if there's anybody who wants to have a closer look at during a squad report, feel free to pause it. Whether you want to have a look at Robben, his stats look really, really good. So do Eden Hazard's right now. Oscar, not growing yet, but hoping he will do. Diego Costa similarly, now 88 rated. Still unsure whether to sell Gary Cahill and replace him or not. He's unhappy at having less first-team football than he wants. So I may look to replace him. Got people like Nicholas Otamendi on the potential shopping list for a centre-back. So we'll look into that a little bit more over the next couple of episodes. Ashley Posser has already gone up another rating to 79. Good signs shown by him. Kurt Zuma's up 1 as well. So's Nathan Ake. So's Marco Van Ginkel, but I'm thinking about selling him on. Josh McEachran has not grown yet and thinking about selling him on. Willian is currently content. Felipe Luis I'm trying to move on. Obviously, he's got a massive contract still from the money we tried to bring over from last season into this one. So if I can use him to move on, then I will do. And I think he's part of the deal for Lewandowski and Benzema, if my memory serves, but I can't quite remember. If not, then I'll try and sell him on separately. But after 2 games, we sit third, in the table. Level on points, so with Everton and Spurs. Level on goal difference as well with Everton and Spurs. Everybody on +2. It's just that Spurs and Everton have scored 4, whereas we've scored 3, which is why they are above us. And then Everton above them on alphabetical order, I presume, considering they both scored 4, conceded 2, and got +2 goal difference and haven't played each other yet. So Everton luckily luckily comes before S or T for them, so they sit top of the table at present, but third is fine for us, 2 wins from 2, and we'll try and continue that run of form in the next episode. 2 games actually in tomorrow's episode, because of course we're still in the transfer window, and actually, interestingly, the next game is against Everton, so big game coming up tomorrow, as well as a game in the Capital One Cup as well, against Brentford, I believe, so nice chance for some youngsters to get a run out. But that'll be all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. There'll be a My Player video, no there won't, today's Monday. There will be a Career Mode Road to Glory episode later on this evening with a squad report in it as well, so you can see how we're getting on, and we're also in the transfer window in that series also, so definitely check that video out later on this evening if you want to see some more transfer window action. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.